Good day, everyone. Today, we will be talking about persuasive communication and what persuasive communication is all about. Persuasive communication is really about influencing people in a positive way. It's not just about getting someone to agree with you, it's about presenting your ideas in a way that resonates with them. Think of it as a skill that helps you connect with others. Whether it's convincing your friends to try a new restaurant, or getting your boss to approve your idea, or even negotiating with something that you want. The key is to understand what the other person values or needs, and then tailor your message to align with that. When done well, it's not pushy or manipulative, it's collaborative. It's about finding common ground and guiding someone to see things from your perspective or take action with you.
So good day everyone. So today we're going to be discussing about the different elements of persuasive communication. Now the first one that we have is the source or the speaker or the communicator. Now, it is important that the communicator is credible. It means that the communicator must be an expert or must be trustworthy in order to deliver a more persuasive communication. Another one is attractiveness. An example of this is when a person is more appealing or charismatic, we tend to be more persuaded by the way they talk and how they deliver their words. The next one is authority. When a person is in a position or in a higher power, it can lend a weight to the message. We can observe this into politicians because politicians are more persuasive not because of the words or not because of the information that they provide with us, but because of their position. Now, the second element is the message. And the message is one of the most important aspect of persuasive communication. It is one of the most important element. Now, when it comes to content, the message must be clear, it must be logical, it must be relevant, because the reason for this is we must present the right information, the clear, right information to the people that we are persuading to. That makes persuasive communication more effective when we are providing clear, when we are providing complete information and relevant information. The next one is emotional appeals. Now, incorporating feelings like fear, hope, or humor to engage the audience, it makes the communication more realistic, more engaging, and more appealing. Hence why it is more persuasive. The last one is structure. A strong message, a strong opening, a coherent body, and a compelling conclusion is also essential in persuading other people. It gives them a comfort, it gives them trust, it provides them trust. It ensures that the message is complete. The next one is the audience, and it is also important to take note when we are engaging in persuasive communication, because in order for us to deliver a more persuasive communication, we need to know the audience. We need to connect with them. We need to connect with our audiences. Now, the first one is demographics. The age, the gender, the culture, and the background, it all influences how the message is deciphered. Hence, we must pay attention to it because we must be able to know what kind of information we are going to present in order to effectively persuade the people. The next one is psychographics. Understanding their attitudes, their values, and their interests help tailor the message that we would like to impart. The next one is also the audience involvement level. Highly engaged audiences respond better to more detailed arguments, while less involved ones may prefer emotionally appealing information. Now, this is important to take note because it will give us an idea of what kind of information we are going to present in order to persuade our audiences. If it's too detailed, and if maybe they prefer more emotionally appealing information. The next one is the channel of communication. Now, this element refers to the medium. Example, face-to-face, printed, it's either audio or digital. Now, all of this can influence how we reach and how effective the message that we are giving to our audiences. Now, an example of this would be an online class, or when we are talking on the phone with someone, or when we are talking face-to-face. We tend to be more persuasive face-to-face rather than on the phone or rather than online. It's because we can observe how our audiences react. Hence, we will be able to know what kind of information we will present. The last element of persuasive communication is feedback. Now, feedback is observing and responding to the audience's reactions. It ensures the communication is effective and adaptive. Now, feedback is very important because it allows us to have an idea of what information to give to our audiences. It provides us an idea if we have to leverage the information that we are providing, whether it's too far or we are short on information that we are providing. Reading the audience's reactions, it helps us connect more and it helps us engage more. Hence, it can provide a more persuasive provide a more persuasive communication.
Hello everyone, my name is Trisha Kalipayan, and let's continue talking about the characteristics of persuasive communication. Okay, so we have active listening. When you're trying to persuade someone, listening to their concerns and opinions is just as important as talking. Asking the right questions can help you gather information about what they think or feel. Like, for example, instead of just saying, "You should do this," try asking, "What do you think about this idea?" This makes them feel heard and makes your argument stronger because you understand their own perspective. Next, we have consistency. This simply means keeping your promises and staying reliable. When people see that you mean what you say, they're more likely to trust and believe you. For instance, if a teacher says, "I'll help you review after class," and follows through every time, students will trust their advice even more. Being dependable builds that connection. Another one is logical reasoning. To convince others, your ideas need to make sense. You can't just say something and expect people to agree. Present facts, examples, or simple explanations to back up what you're saying. For example, if you're convincing someone to eat healthier, you might say, "If you start eating more vegetables, your energy levels will improve because they're full of nutrients your body needs." It's easier to believe a well-explained argument. Next, we have poise and power. This means delivering your message confidently. Speak clearly, stand tall, and stay calm. This helps people see that you're serious and credible. Imagine a student presenting their project. If they fidget or mumble, it's harder to trust their ideas, right? But if they speak with confidence, even simple ideas can feel powerful. Lastly, let's talk about stories. Stories are like magic in communication. They're easy to remember and can make people relate to your message. Instead of just giving facts, sharing real-life examples or experiences creates a stronger connection. For instance, rather than saying, "Saving money is important," you can share a story like, "I know someone who started saving just a little bit every day, and now they've been able to pay for their dream vacation." Stories like this make people listen and remember. Am I right?
Hi, it's me, Angelo Sabang, and now let's talk about the examples of persuasive communication. Examples of persuasive communication in written form. Written persuasive communication works by strategically influencing the reader's thoughts, emotions, or actions through carefully crafted messages. It employs various techniques to appeal to the reader's logic, emotions, and sense of credibility. To give you more knowledge about it, here are some examples. So first, we have the product review or testimonial. This review persuades potential buyers by sharing a personal success story or emphasizing the product's benefit. So, next we have the marketing AMO campaign. This AMO persuades customer by highlighting the benefits of the product, offering a discount, and creating urgency with a limited time offer. And for the third one is the cover letter for job application. This letter persuades the employer by emphasizing relevant skills and past successes, positioning the applicant as a strong candidate for that role. And for the last one is the love letter. It aims to influence the recipient's emotions or feelings, often persuading them to reciprocate love, affection, and commitment. So, those are the examples of persuasive written communication. I hope you learned something about it. Once again, I am May Angelo Sabat.
Now that we're done to define what persuasive is, discuss its elements and its characteristics, let's proceed to its examples in both spoken and in written form. But first is the spoken. But by the way, spoken and persuasive is when someone talks to convince others to agree, believe, or to do something. So, example number one is a political campaign speech or a public address delivered by a candidate or their representative to persuade voters to vote for them or to support their policies, ideals, and their candidacy. They even promise to really convince people to vote for them. Let's say a candidate who promised to lower the price of rice to 20 pesos per kilo. Familiar, right? It's really persuasive because we are being persuaded by these words. Because who wouldn't want an affordable price of rice, right? He really made us believe. So it's persuasive. Number two is a sales talk or a verbal presentation designed to convince a potential customer to purchase a product or a service. Consider a salesperson that approach you with its product. They are going to persuade you to buy the product they're selling. They're gonna emphasize the benefits you could gain from it, its durability, and any words that could describe the product. They often use convincing words like it's discounted, it's limited, which will make you think that if you don't buy that product today, you will gonna regret later, something like that. And so you are being persuaded, and therefore you will gonna buy the product. Example number three is a job interview or a conversation where you need to persuade the interviewer that you are the best candidate of that job. Let's say, it's expected in job interviews to be asked, why should we hire you, right? And since the goal is to get hired, you are gonna persuade the interviewer that you are the best fit for that position. So, the applicant will might answer like, I can work under pressure, I am flexible, I possess the required skills needed in your company, I am a quick learner, I am committed, and some other words like that. It's really convincing, right? And if I will be the interviewer, I will hire that applicant because who wouldn't want a worker who can work under pressure and they'd have the capabilities that is needed in your company, right? And that's persuasive. And those are the examples of persuasive in spoken form. And in written form, it will be the next reporter to provide you the examples. Thank you.